Hello， 大家好。现在好多小伙伴都在问我怎么购买比特币啊，我也比较纳闷啊，怎么最近这么多人想买比特币的啊？于是呢，我做了一套详细的教程。那么咱们重点来说一下啊，如何100%安全的购买比特币。如果你是新手，第一次接触数字货币的话，也不用担心。这个教程呢是零基础的入门必看教程，新手小白也可以理解学会。在接触数字货币之前，我给大家做一个高能警告：币圈的骗子和骗局非常的多。咱们新手朋友一定要小心。本期视频呢会教你怎么识别交易所里的骗子还有骗局，然后我再把买币、卖币，然后提现出金的流程给大家演示一遍。什么是提现出金呢？就是说把我们的数字货币再换成我们的人民币，存到我们的支付宝或者卡里啊。下面咱们细说，这里咱们一带而过。提醒大家一定要认真观看完视频之后再去操作。我们来看一下教程目录，这个教程分为5个步骤。第一步是怎么注册交易所账号。第二步呢，我们要在手机上安装交易所的 APP 啊，用来我们方便我们的操作。第三步，我们要对账号的安全进行一下设置啊，这一步非常重要。下面呢就是如何购买 USDT。最后，我通过实战演示的方式，把买币、卖币、提现出金给大家演示一遍。第一步呢，我们需要注册一个欧易交易所的账号。为什么选择欧易交易所呢？我们来看一下这个表格，3大交易所分别是欧易、币安和火币。目前呢，只有欧易交易所才支持大陆用户注册，币安和火币已经不支持了。另外呢，手续费也比较低啊，大家可以通过这个表格很清楚的看到每个交易所的对比情况，我就不进行过多的讲解。下面咱们开始注册。注册方法呢也十分简单，我会把注册链接放到视频下方，直接复制粘贴就可以了。这里呢，重点要给大家说一下，为什么要用下面这个链接？因为使用这个链接注册的话，你会终身减免20%的手续费啊，是非常划算的。打开链接后，直接到达注册页面，我们填写手机号或者是邮箱都可以进行注册。填写上之后，然后点击领取盲盒，它会给我们发送一个验证码，填写上去就可以注册成功了，非常的简单。现在呢，官方有一个活动，注册完成它会奖励一个盲盒。当然了，它这个说的肯定比较多啊，一般情况只能开出来几十块钱吧啊，具体的话要看运气啊，你可能运气好，说不定你能开出这么多，对吧？第二步呢，我们需要在手机上安装欧易 APP， 安卓手机的话安装起来还是比较方便的，直接从官网扫码下载就行。我们来看一下，在官网的右上角这里有一个向下的箭头，大家可以看到我箭头指的这个方向，我们把鼠标移动上去之后，它会弹出一个二维码，直接拿手机扫码下载就行了，非常的简单。咱们重点来说一下苹果手机怎么安装。因为国内的苹果应用商店里没有欧易 APP 啊，你是下载不了的，所以说呢，我们需要先准备一个海外的苹果 ID。这个海外 ID 怎么获得啊？我们来直接通过百度搜索购买苹果 ID 啊，使用谷歌也可以啊，里面有很多都是卖账号的啊，直接可以从他们那买一个就行了啊，好多都是啊，基本上一搜一大堆。有了账号之后呢，我们就需要第三步，我们对交易所的账号进行一下安全设置。在登录 APP 后啊，不要着急买币，一定要先设置好安全信息。这里呢，我们需要完成2步操作，第一步叫身份认证，第二步叫安全设置。下面大家跟我一步一步进行操作。打开 APP 之后，我们点左上角，这里有身份认证。在身份认证里面啊，分为基础认证、高级认证和视频认证。我们呢完成第一项基础认证啊，就可以进行买币了啊。如果你以后的交易量大啊，你可以把这个高级认证啊进行一下认证。然后我们返回一下，看下面的安全中心。安全设置里面呢，它有4种选项供我们选择，有谷歌验证器，有邮箱验证、手机验证，还有防钓鱼码。我呢选择的是邮箱和手机啊，这里呢大家根据自己的情况啊进行选择啊，有的人喜欢用谷歌验证器的啊，就把这个打开。到这一步，我们的前期准备工作啊就已经完成了。第4步呢，我们就需要购买 USDT 了。到这里呢，很多同学就比较纳闷了，什么是 USDT 啊？为什么要买它呢？我们来简单的说一下 USDT 啊，我们的中文名我们把它叫做泰达币，我们简称为 USDT 啊。很多时候呢，我们通常把它叫做 U， 它呢是一种稳定价值的货币，1U 就等于1美元。我们账号里的 USDT 啊，是随时可以按照美元的汇率兑换成我们的人民币的。在我们的真实世界当中，美元就是一种通用货币，同样在我们的虚拟货币当中也需要有一种通用货币啊，那就是泰达币。那么我们需要购买比特币啊、狗狗币这些数字货币的时候呢，人民币是不能直接购买的，所以说呢，我们需要先使用人民币兑换成 USDT。然后再使用 USDT 啊购买我们的比特币、以太坊啊这些数字货币，它呢是一种这样的流程关系。下面呢，大家跟我一起进行一下购买 USDT 的实战操作。它的流程呢，这里有，大家可以仔细的阅读一下。下面咱们看我操作，在 APP 首页呢，我们点击我要买币，弹出一个选项啊，我们选择 C2C 买币。这里呢有很多商家，我们可以从他们手里购买泰达币。这里呢大家需要注意一下，一定要选择交易量大的商家，防止呢我们的银行卡被封。我们来看一下交易量在哪里显示啊，大家仔细看。每一个商家后面都有它的成交量，大家看到了吧？我们要选择成交量高一些的啊，这个是6000多，我们再往下找一找， 你看这个成交量只有59，这样的大家不要选择，一定要选择成交量比较高的。大家看这里呢有一个12000多的啊，所以说呢我们选择这个商家还是比较靠谱的。我们直接点击购买，我们在这里呢可以写入我们想要买入的金额，比如说我要想买1000的啊，我直接写1000就可以了，买多少写多少。写上购买的金额之后呢，我们直接点下方的购买 USDT 啊，我们直接点击下一步就可以。现在呢 APP 上提示请使用支付宝转账啊，不同的商家支持不同的支付方式啊，可以是银行卡、微信啊，或者是支付宝啊，当然了这个商家是可以使用支付宝的。下面呢就是它的支付信息，上面有提示啊，有我们的购买金额，有对方的收款信息啊，叫陈烨啊，对方的支付宝账号。我们呢打开支付宝，给这个陈烨进行转账就可以了。这里呢大家需要注意的是，一定要使用自己姓名的账户进行转账啊，否则的话对方会扣一部分的手续费，然后会把钱再给你退回来。这里呢大家一定要注意。假设呢我们现在已经转完账了，在转完账之后，这里需要大家注意一下，一定要及时回到欧易 APP 当中，点一下我已转账通知卖家，这样呢卖家就会及时的把 USDT 转到我们的账户当中。如果你没有点这个的话，过一段时间这个订单就会取消掉啊，我们的钱就会白转了。所以说呢大家一定要注意，转完账来点一下我已完成转账，就是这个按钮。这一点啊我重复了2遍，大家一定要注意。在你点完这个按钮之后， USDT 啊就会到达我们的账户当中。下面我们来看一下账户信息啊，我们直接点返回，回到首页之后，我们点击右下角的资产，就可以看到我们当前的账户信息。我这个账户呢现在有 99.99 USDT， 你的 USDT 到账之后呢就会在这里显示了。有了 USDT， 下一步我们就可以购买比特币了。第5步呢就到了我们的实战演示阶段，我将从买币到提现全流程给大家演示一遍。我们开始买币的第1步呢，就是需要把资金账户里的钱转入到交易账户。有的同学就比较纳闷了，都是我的钱，为什么有一个是资金账户，有一个是交易账户呢？这里呢我简单给大家解释一下。顾名思义，资金账户就是我们的钱在这里存放着，那么交易账户很好理解啊，就是我们拿出多少钱进行交易。比如说我们的账户中有1万 U， 但是呢我们不是全部都拿来进行交易，我们可以拿出1000 U 进行交易，剩下的还在我们的资金账户里存放着。下面咱们来看一下如何操作。在 APP 当中，我们直接点资产，这里有一个资金划转啊，我们可以将资金账户的钱转到交易账户，同样也可以将交易账户里的钱转到资金账户。下面呢我们写入金额，转多少就在这里写多少啊，我们可以直接点最大，点击确定就可以了。我们返回看一下，现在资金账户里的钱就是0，交易账户就是 99.99。 下面呢咱们就可以进行购买数字货币了。我们点击中间的交易按钮，第一次操作的朋友看到这个界面会比较发懵啊，有好多按钮和数字啊。下面咱们简单的来说一下，在最上方这里是选择币种，什么意思呢？比如说我想买比特币，那么我们就选择第一个比特币，然后选择现货交易，也就是第一个。如果你想买以太坊的话，我们就在这里选择以太坊就可以啊，以太坊的缩写是 ETH 啊，我们就可以选择这个，同样也是选择最上面的现货交易。我们继续往下看，这里呢一个买入一个卖出啊，买入我们就点左边的啊，卖出我们就点右边的，很好理解。再往下看，这里呢是让我们选择委托方式，它呢有好多种委托方式，最常用的是限价委托和市价委托。这里呢我简单给大家说一下，市价委托就是以当前的价格立即成交，比如当前的价格是多少，我们看一下是1873，如果我们选择市价委托，我们就会以当前的价格立即成交。但是有的同学想等价格低一些了再买，这时候我们就用到的功能叫做限价委托，它的意思就是说等跌到我们想要的价格后自动进行成交。比如现在我们想等价格跌到1800的时候再买，我们只需要在这里选择限价委托，把价格这里修改一下，改成1800，这样设置之后，等价格跌到1800的时候就会自动买入。咱们继续往下看，数量这里我们不用管，我们只需要把金额这里填上就可以了。比如我想买1000 U， 我们这里直接写1000就可以了。那么1000 U 就可以买到 0.55 个以太坊，这里呢它是自动帮我们计算的，我们直接点入买入就可以了。当然我的账户里现在只有99 U 是不够的，它这里呢就提示余额不足。好了，买入操作呢我就说到这里，是不是非常简单？下面咱们来算一笔账，比如说我买入的价格是1600，等过了2天，以太坊的价格涨到了1700，这个时候我们来计算一下收益，是不是就用1700减去1600，就是我们盈利的部分，就相当于我们赚了100 U 啊，也就是100美金。假设咱们现在已经赚了100 U 了，想要把币卖掉应该怎么操作呢？我们来看一下，回到我们的交易界面， 这一次我们是不是应该选择卖出了，对不对？我们选择卖出，下面的委托方式这里，我们选择市价委托，然后选择我们要卖出的数量。这里呢有一个滑动条，我们可以选择卖出50%，也可以选择卖出100%。100%的意思就是说把我们持有的所有数字货币都卖出。这里呢大家可以根据情况自己选择，然后直接点击卖出就可以了，是不是非常简单？最后呢咱们来说一下如何把赚到的 U 提现到银行卡、支付宝或者微信这3项都是可以的。首先呢第一步我们需要设置一个收款账号，这个收款账号可以是银行卡，也可以是微信或者是支付宝。下面大家看我演示，打开 APP 后，我们需要在我要买币这里设置一下收款账号 C2C 买币，选择右下角我的，这里有一个收款账号管理。我们进去之后需要在右上角添加一下收款账号，可以是银行卡、支付宝、微信都可以，这个呢大家自行选择。添加好账号之后，第二步我们需要从欧易里挑选一个可靠的买家，在 APP 里选择我要买币。有同学会比较纳闷我们不是要卖币吗？怎么要进买币呢？这里呢买币和卖币是在一个板块 C2C 买币。进来之后大家可以看到，这里一个购买一个出售我们这一次呢是选择出售。在出售列表这里呢有非常多的商家，我们怎么选择呢？第一步我们要看它的成交量这个是11000，这个是2万，下面这个是5000，所以说呢我们优先选择12000的这个商家，这是第一步。第二步呢我们要看商家的注册日期，这个商家呢他是22年11月成为商家。我们换一个看法这个呢大家看他是2023年4月份刚刚成为商家的，所以说呢我们要选择一些比较老的商家，也就是说注册日期比较久的，像刚才这个就不错，浩宇商行12000的这个就不错，注册时间也够久，然后呢成交量也非常高，像这样的商家就是比较靠谱的。下一步我们直接点击出售，在这里写上出售的数量，然后点击出售就可以了。我们来试一下，我写一个2U，然后点击出售，然后出现一个确认窗口，我们直接点卖出。这个时候买家那里就会收到订单信息，我们呢只需等着他给我们转账就可以了。一般情况呢只需要2分钟，等他给我们转账之后，我们的界面就会变成这个样子，买家已付款。这个时候大家一定要注意，千万不要点击我已收到付款。这时候你需要干什么呢？你需要登录到你的支付宝或者银行卡里，查看一下是否到账，等确认无误之后，再到 APP 当中点击我已收到付款。点击这个按钮之后，你的 USDT 就会转到对方的账户当中，就完成了。我再给大家强调一下，在卖币的时候一定要亲自登录银行卡或者支付宝，查看是否到账，到账之后再来点击这个按钮我已收到付款。这里呢大家一定要谨慎，因为你只要点击这个按钮， USDT 就会转到对方账户当中。这个呢就像我们淘宝买东西的时候确认收货一样，所以说呢大家一定要注意。到此为止呢，我们的入门实战教程就已经结束了。大家有任何问题呢，可以到视频下方进行留言，我会给大家一一解答。想要了解更多币圈知识的小伙伴，可以关注我的频道炒币大师兄，每天都会给大家分享最新币圈资讯。好，谢谢大家的观看。
A couple of times already when you're first pick, you're trying to pick a carry right now because the meta is a lot about the stable carries, the spend, the PA, the gyros, heroes that you can really pick early. I would say mostly the spend and the gyro, because PA you can't really pick early because she has a lot more counters in the game, even though she's like the strongest in the late game. And whenever you're first pick, I think it's easy to draft a plan around the carry. You just pick it early because you have a lot of control over it since you're picking first, and you try to play around that because you don't have the overall last pick like the second pick, the 24th pick. So you have to play around something. Second pick, it's easy for you to drop because you get to see and you get to choose after, so it's easier for you to counter. So when you're first pick, you have to have a plan and you build around that plan. And I think picking your carry right away in the current meta is the way to go. Crazy how dollar changes, Last couple of months, if you would tell some team, hey, let's just pick the carry first.
And don't worry, we'll get bans protected. I mean, and that's what's wild about it to me, right? Because I feel like even with the last drafting stage, you try to first pick your carry against someone like Puppy, he's gonna like laugh, crack his knuckles, sharpen Masha on his teeth, and then absolutely destroy you in the rest of the picks, right? I mean, there's no chance. But now it's like Shopify, oh no, they first pick Sven. What are they gonna do? Oh no, they first pick the gyro. And it's not like, again, for me, the wild thing is it's not like any of those 3 specific bans that preempted the Sven pick, being the Invoker, Tree, and Phoenix. I don't like any of those are like, yes, we need to ban these heroes for the Sven to succeed. They're just banning heroes. Those are just strong heroes. You can see that no matter what a first pick would be, which is it's wild to me.
Yeah, and Bad Boom have a pretty decent, I would say, response towards the Sven. LC and Shadow Demon, you have BKB piercing disables. I mean, the LC can be kind of tricky if the Sven is snowballing a lot and you can't really duel him because you're just gonna die. Or maybe you have to get a Ghost Scepter to duel him, and you don't want a game to get to that point. But the Shadow Demon, on the other hand, is always good against the Sven. The Purge, you kite him around the team fight. Once his BKB is out, God Strength duration is done, then the fight is over for the Sven. And to help that, you have to pick heroes that can allow the Sven to succeed, like what Shopify did, pick the saves, the bench. And right now they're picking the Dawnbreaker, which I think we saw, was it yesterday? A team pick Legion, and I think it was Liquid, they last picked a Legion against Dawnbreaker and Shell Demon, and the Legion could never duel anybody in the fights.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. And you gotta be careful with those Legion heroes. One that, much like our previous game of Pure on his Centaur, can really just take over games single-handedly. I would say Legion's a lot faster at it, but once that Centaur ball is rolling, or in general, once that offlane ball is rolling, I don't really see how you're stopping it. I'm liking this lineup, though, from Evil Geniuses. A deceptively, I mean, not even that deceptive, on its surface, very global lineup, right? You try and gank the Sven in his jungle with a duel, you better believe it that the two buttons are pressing, are getting mashed, right? That's Teleport, and that's Solar Guardian, and there's going to be more heroes than you were counting on for your 1v1 duel. I like this response to the LC.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be sad to see if there's like some Marcy to buff the Sven. We don't really see it that much with the Sven, but it would be nice to have that kind of hero to buff him up. There's no more Venge, so the immediate other supports that I come to think about is Marcy, and Io doesn't really work so well with Sven. Sven doesn't really need to be with Io. He likes to be with Marcy more. It's a hero that I hope that teams start to pick it more. I think it's quite useful in some games, having the support Marcy, like to buff up a Gyro or Sven. And they go for the Hoodwink, the hero that got quite a big buff in the recent patch, the cast range on the trees, on Scurry. It makes a lot of sense for her right now to just play like the hiding in the tree, like be the Treant basically, and then you have longer range in your 4-star, your Gleamer, all your items and your spells, so it's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of this hero personally, but obviously the play style, playing into the Treants, a lot of AoE damage. Another nuke as well from range. This does give you like an easy 1-2 setup for your duels early on.
He's like a Skywrath because he does a lot of damage, so he works really well with the duel.
Exactly. Yeah, that's and can easily kite out and shoot a lot of long range abilities to try and slow this Sven, and maybe even find a nice bushwhack in order to slow as needed and appropriate. I like the pick. I like the pick. Evil Geniuses, they're gonna need to show probably another support here. And you still got Warlock. No, you don't. Sorry, he's literally
the
banned.
Nature's Prophet and Dawnbreaker could both be the supports. You never know.
I think it's gonna be a Whisper
Dawnbreaker.
Whisper Dawn. Yeah, I think I like a core Dawn better. I don't really have my finger on why I tend to enjoy that more. But I just think that's going to be a bit stronger this game with items. Start strong in that safe lane, and maybe even, I don't know about an Ags, but just have your level 6 soon to be able to shut down or delay the start of this LC roll. They'll keep it vague here for Evil Geniuses, at least this Dawnbreaker, as they'll pick up the puck. That'll be Fristy Smile.
I think the reason I was thinking about support Dawn is when Aghanim's is a very good item, I always tend to like to play it more as a support. She's still very strong in the lane, does the same things. And you're playing against PA and Legion, so the Axe is gonna be a lot of value. And right now they have the coil to set up the Dawnbreaker ulti, so the Solar Guardian is gonna come in with a coil. Then you have the Nature's Prophet, so a lot of damage coming in there. So Bad Boom, they have to be very, very careful when they are taking fights. And right now with that draft being set up, it's more about like split pushing, controlling the map. It's a bit similar to their previous draft with the Primal and the Centaur, where they're trying to go for pickoffs and hit the timings later. I think this game is going to be very similar because you have the Legion and the Hoodwink. They're both pick-off orientated heroes, and you're playing into a global lineup. So the heroes are going to be scattered. So the pick-off is going to happen on the Nature's Prophet or the Dawnbreaker. There's always a chance of that happening in the game. and you play for the PA late game, against the Sven.
Yeah, that's always been the go-to, right, against these kind of global heroes. Same thing as the Spectre, right? You got to bring everyone to her so she doesn't just haunt into the fight when you try and kill someone else. Okay, I think Petboom with their last 2 bans especially, agreeing with your points of analysis on the Dawnbreaker going as a support, seems like that might be in the cards here.
Yeah, I think they can just pick like still can pick a Tide or something like that to pressure the PA in the lane. Team fight hero, because they don't, I guess more team fight is nice, Ravage into Solar Guardian as well. Or I guess you can't really pick Necrophos because there's an SD. So yeah, just pick a team fighting hero. I think that will be good enough. I mean, PA is not that strong in the lane early, so a lot of picks are gonna be quite viable here for them. It depends on how they want to play the game.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm wondering what else offlane pick you're thinking of. Primal's still in the Primal's here, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Primal will make the draft very volatile, because Primal, I would say, is similar to Puck. You're more like a damage dealer, spell damage, but you're a lot more tanky than the Puck, but they play a very similar role in the game. I feel like you have too much of the same things, if you get what I mean, like too much spell damage. I think they want something in between.
Okay, so you're probably not looking for like a Doom either, right? For similar reasons, a lot of spell damage.
Doom can be fine as well, because Doom will give a lot of scaling late game. Your talents are pretty strong, and they go for the Shaker, which
I think they want to have some fun.
The Shaker is nice because you have the True Strike against the PA, the Enchant.
Very good point. Yeah, very good point.
And the Fissure is also very good at protecting the duel.
Ah, I knew it. The Nyx, there he is.
Oh. You counter Puck, you counter Dawnbreaker, and now there's also a Fissure.
Yeah.
Works. I saw him playing the other day. I was watching his stream, he was playing some Nyx mid. With the recent change to the level 1 Mind Flare, he does so much damage. So it gives the hero a lot of kill threat on the map early on.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't like the rework from Mana Burn to Mind Flare. I think it changes a lot about the toolkit of this hero. He's very... in my opinion, one-dimensional.
More of a core hero rather than support.
Yeah, but I think he just does one thing now, whereas a support before, I think
he does it well. What's wrong?
Yes, and he does it very well, and I've got no problem with that, but it just felt like they removed a couple different ways to be able to play the Snicks, and now it's all about
the game, Richie.
It's just you gotta build Dagon on this guy now. It's just too good to ignore, and before you had other options. I just never see Mind Flare being good either with Burrow. I just never see the need to buy or ever consider Burrow in a game where I'm playing Nyx in any capacity, because I could just Mind Flare and blow up one of the squishy cores instead.
Come on,
with
let's
Dagon.
think about the game. Bad Boom is gonna be like everywhere, catching heroes with Nyx and LC.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. You're right. They've got good vision. They've got strong counter initiation. Matthew, as a support especially, is going to struggle, because now if he does go for this Ag Scepter, he needs another 4,000 gold item in the BKB to make sure that he doesn't get stunned and counter initiated on. That is, if he's not just dying to a Dagon 5 Vendetta Nyx who's going to one-shot you for the entire game. I mean, I agree.
Yeah,
it's a good pick.
He's basically going to kill everything except for Sven and Shaker. The other 3 heroes are just gonna die.
Yeah, pretty much. That's probably what they're laughing about. GPK's like, guys, don't worry. What are we even strategizing? I'll just fucking buy Dagon 5 and zap their ass. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And the shard. Don't forget to get the shard.
And the shard. Yes, that 25%. I think magic. What's it called? Yeah.
Magic resist reduction.
Yes, I think that is specifically what it's called. We'll see here as we get underway with game.
Just a number. Prepare for
我不理解。
Sandman.
Greetings. All according to plan. You might wish to retract your last move.
Sound strategy.
Tight little guy. Tight little guy.
Sound strategy.
battered up. The battle begins.
Interesting.
Makes I see.
Goodness.
Radiant's bottom tower is under